Chronic difficulty to sing has much more to do with emotional issues and nervous system reactions than lack of training. Of course, the training is important, but the approach you use can create more openness or increase the blockage. Hi, I'm Carla Lima, and today I will talk about how to overcome traumatic responses that blocks your singing. In the last video, I explained how the nervous system reactions to chronic stress can impact our voices and described possible vocal symptoms to each traumatic response. In today's video, I will describe some practice, including vocal exercises, that are useful to help your nervous system regulate and also improve your voice and singing. These are the chapters for this video. I will launch soon a workshop where I teach exercises and practice to facilitate singing in case of trauma or emotional blocks. You can sign up for the studio newsletter to be informed of the launch of the workshop. The link is in the description. In general, to overcome the fear of singing that comes from trauma or emotional blocks, you need to develop a real sense of safety in your training environment, in who you interact with during your training, and how you feel about yourself. Even the music you choose can be a facilitator if it is something you like and feel more motivated by, or it can be a hindrance if it is something imposed or that awakens traumatic memories. Exercises that you already use in your singing training, such as breathing exercises, can be used but with a new mindset of real connection with your body. It means listening to its reactions with acceptance instead of forcing the body to achieve a result. Healing trauma is a process and involves a multidisciplinary approach. Keep this in mind. Here, I am sharing knowledge to bring clarity to people who struggle with these issues and also offering a new approach or new possibilities to singing teachers, coaches, and other professionals who work with singing voice. The way you organize your singing practice and approach singing is the key to allow the opening of the singing voice. Now, I will describe what you can do in each one of the traumatic responses explained in the last video. Overcoming fight response when singing. Fight is a reaction in which the body prepares to defend itself from a situation perceived by the nervous system as threatening. The fight response, if not released, can appear as tension in the larynx when singing. It is important to do activities to channel and release the defensive energy and anger safely, such as finding a safe space to scream, speak loudly and release emotions, or hitting a pillow or mattress saying no or another word that releases the emotional charge. I recommend using abdominal breathing support to make it safe for your voice. There is already a playlist on breathing here on this channel. After this release, it is interesting to do slow and rounded movements to center yourself. Anger is an expansive movement. After the release, you need to return to your state of balance. Stretches are a good strategy, always bringing the movement to the center of your body, to the axis, with slow breathing. Notice that, first of all, you need to be able to recognize the energy of fight response and accept the anger. After that, it will be possible to express anger safely and constructively. Anger and defensive energy are expressed negatively when are denied and repressed. Everything is energy. It is all about energy flow. Start noticing in your life what you didn't say, didn't express, didn't claim, and start practicing expressing your truth. This creates well being, and in consequence, it will be easier to sing. In case of chronic stress or complex trauma, remember that it is a process. The results are not all at once. This cycle will happen again and again, and you will start to see the improvement. Be patient and kind to yourself. Overcoming flight or flee response when singing. Flight is a reaction in which the body prepares to escape a situation perceived by the nervous system as threatening. Here, grounding activities are very useful, such as feeling your feet on the floor, on the grass, on the soil, or walking barefoot on the sand at the beach. Activities such as walking in nature, sitting and watching the sunset while breathing calmly help considerably with our connection with the earth and grounding. I recommend doing the breathing exercise barefoot to feel your feet on the ground. You can use a comfortable mat if it is cold. In your singing training, if you feel disconnected and nervous, to bring you back to your center, to your focus, I recommend humming exercises because they can increase your body awareness and proprioception, like this. And super important, practice occupying your space with your voice and be present. Instead of renounce expressing yourself out of fear, practice expressing your truth in easier situations. Start validating yourself in your singing. Focus on your achievements. Surround yourself with people who notice you and encourage your progress instead of criticizing. Also, start expose yourself in public little by little and always respect your limits. Overcoming shutdown or faint response when singing. Shutdown is a reaction in which the body drastically reduces its energy level in response to a situation perceived by the nervous system as extremely threatening and thus tries to survive. Regarding singing, the advice is to simply start. The activity itself will be the release in bringing you balance. This happens because singing in itself is an activation of the nervous system. In terms of the polyvagal theory, a ventral vagal activation and will help you move out of shutdown. But start slowly, without judging how your voice is coming out, but rather in the pleasure of singing. Play. Find loving thoughts for yourself. Look for things to enjoy and what motivates you to sing. Ground strategies, as I described before, also help here. It is important not to force results, especially when there is a shutdown response. Patience and consistency are essential. Overcoming freeze or rigidity response when singing. Freeze is a reaction in which the body prepares to face a situation perceived by the nervous system as threatening, but at the same time, a decrease of energy levels occurs as part of the shutdown process. As a result, the person is unable to act, and the result is to become paralyzed. The freeze state leads to stiffness or body tension, which compromise breathing and vocalization. Body exercises such as shaking, stretching, and slow, calm, deep breathing will help you regain balance. In vocal terms, you can do lip and tongue vibration exercises as an analogy to body shaking to release tension. Like this, lip vibration. Tongue vibration. Okay? Also, exercising playfulness, creativity, and curiosity opens up a person's energy and takes them out of a state of rigidity. Once again, don't force your voice for results. This will only create more tension. Learn to listen to your body instead. Overcoming Fawn or pleasing and peace response when singing. Fawn is a reaction in which the nervous system understands that appeasing is the safest option to defend itself from a situation perceived as threatening. It expresses in relationships, for example, with teachers in the context of singing training, or with one's audience or colleagues in the case of a performer. In the phone response, the person has difficulty saying no, avoids conflict by compromising their own will, and is people pleasing. The solution in this case is boundaries, developing the perception that it is possible and safe to be yourself. It is related to developing and strengthening your sense of self. For example, what do you want and what you are not comfortable with? Can you say no to someone without over explaining, feeling guilt, scary, or feeling angry or defensive? Can you say to your trainer that you don't really like to work with a particular song, or that your body do not feel comfortable with some strategy or exercise? Can you trust your guts and make the best choice for yourself? Can you have internal boundaries and do not overindulge yourself in unhealthy behaviors? All of that is about the development of boundaries as consequence of a healthy sense of self, and it is part of a process. Do not blame yourself when you can't do it. Take care of yourself instead. Start with the awareness of your needs. What works best for yourself? Then begin to set boundaries in areas or situations that are easier for you. It will be scary anyway, but start. What I noticed is when you set boundaries and meet your needs despite what someone else might think, it opens your voice. It is easier to sing because you feel safer not betraying yourself. In the end, it is about developing the ability to be safe being yourself, being your body, and to be in the presence of other person or in front of an audience. It is also about the ability to attract people and contexts that you are really safe with. I suggest that before you start your work as a singer or your singing practice, your training, take a moment to center yourself and notice how you feel, what emotions are on the surface. Then find a place of internal balance. It can be a relative balance since it is a process. And with this sense of self connection, start singing. As I said in the beginning, I will launch soon a workshop that includes practical tools to facilitate singing in case of trauma or emotional blocks. If you are interested, sign up for the studio newsletter to be informed about the launch of the workshop. The link is in the description. I also created a resource to help you start organizing your singing practice, implementing strategies to overcome the fear of singing. It is a free resource. You can download it and the link is also in the description. Like this video if it was useful for you, subscribe to the channel, and share with people who might benefit from the content. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.